Hello and welcome to Chip Advisor. Yes, hello, Merry Christmas. I'm Phil and this is Chip Advisor. And welcome to part one of our Christmas dinner special. I'm here with Mike. How are you, Mike?
Ho, ho, how now, brown cow. It doesn't really work. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time you're listening. Great to be here.
Lovely, thanks.
Is that peppy?
Oh, sorry?
I'll try to keep it peppy. Merry Christmas, peppy. Yeah. Upbeat.
Peppy.
Mm.
Okay, and I can hear the listeners.
Harry, where's Harry? Harry!
Hello.
How are you, Harry?
Very peppy. Not very peppy.
Not at all peppy, but I'm in my stripy sailor's shirt today.
Oh, pugwash for you, Phil?
Looking for fish.
Looking for fish. Oh dear.
Harry, what are you doing? Have you run out of fish, Harry?
We have run out of fish.
Oh,
yeah,
who's
sorry,
this?
that's my son, but now he's gone. Yeah, I've got a good Partridge story if you want to hear it.
Oh, Partridge in a Pear Tree story.
Yes, if you like.
Yeah, you go for it, Harry.
Yeah, so I wasn't very well last Sunday. Spent most of the day in bed.
Hang on. Tell us about last Sunday, Harry.
Oh, yeah. So spent most of the day in bed, asleep, which is, what I needed to do. And about 4 o'clock, my son, who you may have just heard just a moment ago, rushed up to tell me that the dog had attacked a partridge in a field, killed the partridge, and I was now required to pluck the partridge and cook it for the dog's dinner. Oh my God, it's like some sort of... I've had too much day nurse. This is don't need to be doing this. Now, sometimes my son will make up these sort of outrageous stories completely out of nowhere. So I just presumed that he just made it up. But no, there it was, poor thing, downstairs. And I had to do a quick YouTube viewing and learn how to pluck and then gut the partridge. And then the dog had it for his tea.
Good grief.
Oh, so
I have so many questions.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, you've rewarded the dog for this horrible murder.
Yeah, I mean that is true, and
that's like letting a child go to a sweet shop, steal all they wanted, and then, get home. Right, you're gonna have to eat those sweets now.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I hadn't really thought about it like that, but yeah.
I'll stop the music a second because
I'm more confused that your son, who is 7,
8,
sorry, how, knows what a partridge looks like.
Of course he does. Of course he does. Yeah, the dog kills them all the time. I mean, yeah, he's seen them in the country.
Specifically partridges.
I presume that the murder took place and Mrs. B said, "Oh, poor partridge." At which point he realised it wasn't. Poor partridge. It wasn't just a colourful pigeon.
Daddy, the dog's got a partridge.
Yeah,
very...
he said that, but not necessarily in that voice.
Daddy, he tried to attack a chaffinch. Honest, how's he so bird knowledgeable?
Have you watched the Railway Children this afternoon, Mike?
Anyway, where does bird knowledge come from?
Oh,
Mike, you've got to have a basic knowledge of birds if you're living in the country.
Knowledge of birds. Can I just? Sorry, we're 4 minutes in and no one's introduced Lewis yet. And he's
hang on.
Can we introduce Lewis, please?
Hello, Lewis. How are you?
Oh, I'm just enjoying the music. It's the beginning of cup final week for clergy as we record this. We're in the run up to Christmas. I've done 200 and plus Chris Dingles this week. I've not set fire to anyone or anything, so I'm having a little tipple to celebrate as we record.
Oh, what are you having a tipple of?
I'm having a little tipple of a mixture of ginger wine and whiskey. A whiskey
crikey.
mac, I believe it's called. It's good
Lovely.
good for your throat at the beginning of a big week.
Yeah, I was thinking about you, Lewis, actually, because telling us last week how busy you are. But you've got to bear in mind the rest of the year you work 1 day a week,
Absolutely.
and you have to do a couple more services at Christmas, and you're moaning. I mean, I just don't understand.
Yeah, it's like these gardeners who only work in the summer.
Yeah, I know.
So I really genuinely am perplexed by the fact that he knows what that he even knows what a partridge is. So let's have a quick game, Phil, if you wouldn't mind, of name the bird. So we'll see how many birds we can name without by the time one of us. It's got to be a bird that you would find in England, a bird that your dog could catch, Harry. Okay, Phil, can we have some tension music, please?
So we're taking it in terms of naming birds.
Naming birds that could be found and eaten by a dog, part eaten.
Okay, so we're taking it in turns. Okay, here we go.
Yes, please. Right, I'll go first, please, with chaffinch. Phil.
Blue tit.
Oh, it's a good one. Lewis.
My dog has caught before a wood pigeon.
Oh, strong. Okay, Harry.
I was in a garden centre the other day and I saw a sculpture of a robin. I thought I might buy it for Lewis for Christmas, so I'm going to say robin.
Okay. Lewis famous for liking robins.
Yes.
One of those scenarios. Phil's mother-in-law once said that she liked what they called, Phil, those little things you put on your thumb.
Meerkats.
You don't put meerkats on your thumb, Phil. That is not appropriate.
Please,
I mean, that was
not appropriate.
Please, listeners, do not put a meerkat on your thumb.
No, but that's what.
How's that gonna
You're
work?
getting two stories confused, Mike. She did genuinely like thimbles. She collected them.
Pinballs, that's the one.
Yeah, but the situation was that our mum, for some reason, thought that Holly's mum was obsessed with meerkats. So any birthday, Christmas, whatever, would always be a meerkat gift. When really it was just a bit of a mix-up. So yeah, I think that's what you're thinking of.
My sister-in-law once said that she likes owls, and I think, bar buying her an owl, there is nothing left now to buy her for Christmas, owl-related. So that may or may not happen this year. Crow. Phil.
Grey tit.
Oh, okay. If you're just going to go down the tit route, Lewis.
Blackbird.
Blackbird. And Harry, if you don't come up with an answer within 10 seconds, I'm afraid we established that your boy knows far too much about birds at his tender age.
He's looking
5,
confused, listeners.
8.
Oh, he looks puzzled. He's struggling.
He's looking pained. Come on, Harry.
And that's game over. And that is game over.
You would think Harry would be better on his bird
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Harry, where's Harry? Harry!
Wow. Yeah. Hard luck, Harry. Hard luck. Hard luck.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I just had to step out a moment, but I'm back now.
Oh, can we have a peek behind the curtain? What was occurring?
No, it's too
Was it
complicated.
was it
It was dog related, I've got to tell you. But yeah, no,
yes,
it's fine.
yes.
Yeah.
What's it caught this time?
No,
A
no, no,
kookaburra?
well, to our Antipodean friends, no. Did anyone say turkey yet? Because we could start talking about what we're actually talking about.
Oh, that's very nicely segued. Phil, over to you.
Yeah, Christmas dinners we're talking about today, and you may have turkey at your Christmas dinner. That's all the research I've done this week. So if anyone would like to add to that, then please do feel free. But yes, did you know that turkeys? This is the only thing I've got for you. So please, I mean, I'm going early with the exciting facts.
Okay.
Turkeys, when they were first introduced at Christmas time, sort of in Tudor times, they were considered exotic.
Exotic.
Yes.
When they first got introduced into England in the Tudor
Times, wasn't it? Yeah, Tudor
times. They came. Do you know what country they came from?
Turkey.
That would be good. Route 1, but you're wrong.
Oh.
France.
Nope.
Surely ancient Egypt.
No, not that either. It was the
Constantinople.
Spanish Netherlands.
It's Istanbul now, Mike.
Uh,
Do you not remember? Do you not remember we sung a song about it in the
Um,
pantomime?
we did, myself and Harry, as the pantomime comedy double act.
Never
Istanbul,
bettered.
Yeah,
Do you want to give us the rendition now?
I only remember the Istanbul, not Constantinople. That's all I really remember.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's about the sum of it. Okay, good. Sorry. Yeah.
So they came from Spanish Netherlands, which
Oh.
is what we would call Netherlands now, but it was Spain were in control of the Netherlands at the time. So they're very exotic. Came over from there, and they used to feast on meat at Christmas. Gents, let's get this out of the way because I know Mike's going to bring it up. Cranberry sauce. Where do we stand?
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, shall I set my stall out nice and early?
Yeah, go on.
I don't need jam on my roast dinner. Thank you. Good day.
Okay.
I don't need it anywhere. I don't need it anywhere near my plate. Now, I might consider having it. I don't know, as a topping of an Eton mess, or perhaps mixed in with some custard. But no, not on my roast dinner. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. Harry, you strike me as a cranberry man.
Well, so I do believe it does belong on the Christmas dinner. I personally don't like it though.
Mm.
So I just
okay.
don't like. I just don't like.
That's
the
a very
taste.
noble take from you.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
noble.
I just don't like the taste. But I can see where it sits on the table. It's interesting. I think that it's not, it's a sauce, so it's an aside, so it's not an absolute constituent part of the dinner. It's an embellishment, if you will. And so I think you're fine.
Lewis?
I'm very much embellishing my turkey dinner with some cranberry sauce. Big fan. I like all kinds. I'm a big condiments fan, really. Sauces, condiments, especially on a Christmas dinner.
It's not gravy your sauce?
Gravy, bread sauce,
Yes.
cranberry.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Thank you very much.
I just it disappoints me this time of year that I'll see Christmas dinner sandwich and I think, yeah, come on, game on. I'll get involved with that. Thank you very much. That's going in my meal deal basket. And then I see it's got cranberry sauce all over it.
I see it hasn't made you angry, just disappointed.
It just exactly that, Lewis. Exactly that. I've tired of I've come through the anger, years of anger, frankly, on the subject, and I've come out the other side. Is cranberry sauce good for your bladder? At what point because cranberry juice famously very good for your bladder? At what point does that stop?
Well, how much cranberry sauce do you need to have to make it beneficial for your bladder?
Well, I mean, I guess that's where I was headed. Yeah, I don't really know. If you ate a jar of cranberry sauce, would it undo any damage the ginger wine and whiskey combination Lewis is going for, is doing?
I suspect you'd have to have a lot of cranberry sauce for on that basis.
Would you?
Yeah, I think it depends. I mean, it depends how much cranberries in your cranberry sauce. I mean, I presume I don't actually know. I mean, incredibly, but I guess it's sort of sugar and vinegar, right? I mean, it's that sort of sauce and then cranberries to get the balance.
If you have a urinary tract infection, then I would just go straight to the juice rather than the sauce.
But I'd go straight to the doctors rather than the juice.
Guys, it's Christmas Day. The shops are shut. You've woken up. Things are a little bit sore down there. Are you going to gamble on the cranberry sauce, or are you just going to suck it up?
I would say that cranberries are one of the worst berries. So their juice makes you go, and the sauce is unnecessary. So I would just deal with the pain or drink more water and flush it out.
You'd rather have pain than go.
I don't think. I think it's a bit of an old wives' tale anyway, the whole cranberry sauce thing. A bit like having pineapple juice when you're trying to go into labour or whatever it is, I think it's just an old wives' tale.
Pineapple famously the only food that you can eat that eats you whilst you eat it.
What?
Mike, this is true, but wait for the pineapple episode because I've got us absolute gold.
Oh, have you?
We could
Okay,
switch this to a pineapple episode now. I've got so much research done on
No,
that.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I've gone early there, but just the little teaser there. Little teaser. That's right, Harry. Yeah, and I heard the shock. I heard it, but it's true.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
didn't realise Herodotus had done a chapter on pineapple, but I mean,
He hadn't.
I'm sure we'll get to that in the new year. I just sorry, quick. I mean, I'd hate to diverge the topic, but what's your feeling on tomato sauce, Mike?
Well, I like it on my chips.
Yeah,
I don't see it as sweet.
Yeah, but it's technically a fruit, Mike. So what? I mean,
Technically.
how are you handling that?
Well, I can cope with it on a technicality.
And it's full of sugar. I mean, have you seen what's in your ketchup?
I don't. Yeah, I don't like to peek behind the curtain too much where that sort of stuff's concerned. Just enjoy it.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, you're very militant about these things. So I'm just wondering. We seem to have found a grey area in your.
Well, I think last time out we touched very briefly on mango chutney, which is another scenario where I'm happy to kind of loosen my morals, albeit briefly. So, and occasionally, but ketchup, I'm a big fan of ketchup.
Good. Anyway,
What about ketchup. So we have got a question from young David, who says, "Why does my wife eat her Christmas dinner without gravy and then uses ketchup instead? Is this grounds for divorce?"
Okay.
Oh,
that's disgusting.
Oh dear, no. Oh goodness, no.
No.
I mean, it's just another indication of the dumbing down of society, as far as I'm concerned. You're having a roast dinner.
Britain.
Yeah, precisely. You're having a roast dinner. Have it properly. Doesn't matter what time you're having it, but have it. No, it doesn't matter what time you're having it.
Okay.
But just do it properly, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I can cope with you guys having no cranberry sauce, but
yeah,
if you were coming on saying, "Oh, I've substituted the cranberry sauce with tomato ketchup," oh goodness,
no.
To try and just confirm what we believe as food experts should be part of a Christmas dinner. Maybe we could list the traditional Christmas dinner things, and with four of us, hopefully the votes will be 3-1, so there's no draws.
We can form a consensus. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
So, Mike,
I mean, Phil, I hate to say that your logic might be flawed. 3-1 consensus, and so there's not like to be a draw. I think 2-2 is definitely a possibility.
I said hopefully. That's what I said. Hopefully.
Okay.
That's what I'm striving for.
Fine. Go on then, hit us with them, Phil.
Well, no. But Lewis has got good knowledge of Christmas dinner.
Okay, Lewis.
Right. So sure. Let's go. Obvious. Are we all going turkey?
Oh yes.
Yeah, fine.
No one's steering away from that.
I mean, I'd be very surprised if Harry's not partaking in the odd goose.
Partridge.
Oh well, be surprised away, my friend, because I've only
really
for Christmas dinner. Yeah.
Okay. What about a secondary meat? We go kind of gammon cooked ham.
Oh well, we
whoa! What, at lunch in your proper Christmas meal?
Yeah, just a little bit, just a little bit.
Oh no, that's amazing.
Just turkey only.
Yeah, so you're not allowed another meat, but you are allowed to have another full meal 2 hours after you've eaten your Christmas dinner. I mean, that's the rules, isn't it? Because you couldn't possibly
because you've lads. It's absolute meat feast. You've already got your pigs and blankets, which we'll come to in a minute. Surely you don't need another meat in there as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, on this occasion, Mike, I agree with you. But my point is that you've got to allow other people to eat slightly.
Yeah. Well, I'll stick to the obvious one, so I don't get shouted at anymore tonight.
Okay.
Roast potatoes.
Boom.
Yes.
Is there any other sort of potato?
Oh, okay.
Well,
just roast.
Just roast.
I mean, as a child growing up, we had mashed potato as well, but I think that we don't really do that anymore. Why we had two different sorts of potato?
I'm pleased you've grown out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to think it was because us children didn't necessarily like roast potatoes, but that's not the way my mum and dad sort of felt. So it must have just been a tradition that just so happened to have two potatoes. But yeah, I'm not. I don't. You know, some of us around this table are militantly sticking to what they did as a child. I feel that you can. You can change things slightly, and yeah, now we don't have mashed potato anymore. Unnecessary.
Well, good. I'm pleased.
Good.
Right. Pigs in blankets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like pigs in blankets are
Oh dear.
very similar. No, calm down, because I'm all
Good.
for them. Although
Good.
I don't like smoked bacon. You can stick your smoking. I don't want it. Just normal bacon's fine, thanks. But I feel like that's quite a recent thing. In my eyes, that's come in around sort of salted caramel time.
Oh,
Pigs
What? Smoked
We
bacon.
really
or
should
pigs
have
in
a
blankets?
timeline.
in
We should have a-
blankets.
Oh, what?
I don't. Well, certainly not when I was younger. I don't remember pigs in blankets.
Oh,
we
I
always
do.
have pigs in blankets. Yeah. You'd got used to getting them from the butcher's prices. Do you want me to tell you about Fordingbridge High Street again, or do we need to skate over that?
Oh, we've heard all about the queue. Don't worry.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
okay, fine.
fine.
Yeah, it must just be. It must purely be, the poverty line in Alderholt at the time. Mike, do you
What?
remember pigs in blankets?
Yeah, I think I do. For me, I think they're controversial. I know they're a little bit overhyped. When if I go to a food van of a morning to order a sausage and bacon baguette, I'm not calling it a pigs in blankets, am I?
No, I got an interesting fact for you.
Go on.
They were actually. I mean, you're partially right, Phil. I mean,
Oh.
you're not fully right, but they weren't they're not like some sort of Victorian invention. They were actually introduced. The recipe was first written in this country in 1957. So actually,
Wow.
relatively recently.
Mm.
Not as recent as your salted caramel, but
But by the time that food trends travelled to Dorset, I mean, maybe we're talking
Yeah.
late 90s, something
well,
like that.
so 57. So some of Mike's early Christmases wouldn't have had it.
Unbelievable.
True.
Unbelievable. Oh, hello.
Who's ringing?
The vicarage phone is ringing.
Oh, no, get it, Lewis. Get it. Don't
do you
mute
need
yourself.
to-
Go for it.
Do you need to?
Hang on, I'll be back. Carry on.
Okay. Oh, crikey. He needs an exorcism or something. Oh, no. Dear.
Okay. Well, all right. I'll pick up
Yeah.
where Lewis was leaving off.
Yes.
Just whilst Lewis is he's gone.
Yeah.
Roast potatoes he mentioned. Do you have a way of cooking them that actually works?
Oh, not really.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Well,
good at that.
so I find that all the recipes say parboil your roast potatoes. I don't do that. Overcook them, if anything, and then they get all fluffy. And then A, they don't take quite so long in the oven, and B, you don't need to put. Sometimes you see flour with them and stuff like that to crunch them up. Well, if you've overcooked them slightly, what you do is you've boiled them up quite a lot. You then you then strain them, but back in the saucepan. Give them a bit of a rough up, waggle your saucepan about with the lid on.
What about the colander? What about the colander, Harry?
No, because that you don't need. Well, I would. They're into the colander. Strain them off, or if you're feeling brave, do that sort of put your lid of your saucepan ajar and take all the water out, and then rough them up like you're about to toss a pancake, but don't toss it because they'll all come out, and that's how you get them roughed up. And then what I do, olive oil, tray, oven, nice and hot. Whack them in. Hour. Done.
Olive oil as opposed to goose fat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, not goose fat. We did. Yeah. Well, we did. I think we did actually we had some goose fat the other year, but I couldn't tell the difference.
No.
So olive oil works fine for me, and on a Sunday roast, definitely. But you could go the extra mile and use goose fat. Here he is back.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. Don't worry. It was just a carol service disaster, but it's been averted. Antigua Joe is going to be at the Caribbean Carols in Winterbourne Houghton on Tuesday.
Great. Antigua Joe. Well, I'm going.
Excellent.
Antigua Joe at the Caribbean Carols.
Yes.
Lovely.
I mean, you can't just say that and expect everyone to go, "Oh, right, that makes sense."
Well, it just doesn't
That-
doesn't
what-
feel
what
massively
needs explaining?
doesn't feel massively North Dorset rural.
Well, when you've got Antigua Joe living in your village,
Yeah, I mean,
and he offers to play you some Caribbean carols, I'm not saying no. There's going to be.
It's
you know
lovely,
what?
isn't it, that you
You know what? I presumed Antigua Joe was a woman. Isn't that interesting? But he's actually a man.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe he's one of the people who writes in with questions for us. I've not
One of
discovered that.
Oh, Joe, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, we could have.
Jojo.
Yeah, but we that you got to sort that out for next time. For
Yeah.
Antigua Joe.
It's lovely, isn't it? We live in a part of the world that is so rural that when there's anybody that's not white British, we have to give them a name.
Yeah.
Ukrainian Jenny.
All right,
there's
let's
Ukrainian
reverse
Jenny.
out of that cul-de-sac. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Yeah.
Oh. Polish Joe.
Yeah. Get round.
Right. So where are we?
Yeah. Round the banjo for our old Holt listeners and
Okay.
get out of Oak Road.
Okay.
Anyway,
so,
Puddings. Yorkshire puddings. What are we saying?
no.
Oh no.
yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
see,
teased,
we've got a
we teased
split
this
here.
last week, didn't we? Yeah,
We did.
I would not put a. See, Yorkshire puddings are sort of your red meats, I think, rather than your white meats.
I would agree.
Oh,
So
I don't like meat elitists. I don't like it. I don't understand for me, if you're having a roast dinner, you have Yorkshires regardless of what meat they go with, because and I think I've said this before, meat really isn't integral to my roast dinner, so it doesn't
Phil's
really
about to
affect
drop
it.
the mint sauce bomb, lads. Just stand by your beds. Yeah, go on, Phil.
Incoming
I mean-
mint sauce, yeah.
mean-
If you haven't got any mint sauce, vinegar will do, but ideally mint sauce and
is
bread
that a Christmas
sauce.
song? If you haven't got any mint sauce, vinegar will do.
Well, I'm 50% of the way there with Phil. Yorkshire puddings with any roast dinner, yes. Meat not being the integral part of the dinner is wrong.
Oh,
Well,
really?
well, we've heard about. I mean, Lewis, have you ever had a bird and a bird and a bird and a bird?
Oh no, I've had that. I tell you,
Have
yeah,
you?
I've had that.
Of course, Harry's had that.
Yes.
Was that at uni?
No, I
Was it
don't know
because
what.
the dog had killed 4 different birds?
No, I tell you what it was. There was a young man in the butcher's that my mum befriended, and he was trying to make a name for himself, and he decided he was going to do this bird in a bird in a bird in a bird. And I think possibly my mother, and bearing in mind she's now actually a pescatarian and eats no meat at all, ordered one off him.
What's it called? I've forgotten. What is a bird and a bird and a bird thing? It's got a special name. Anyone know it?
Yeah, it has. It's called.
Oh, I thought it was
It's
bird
called a
and a bird and a
3-bird
bird.
roast, right?
It's a Christmas
Three-bird roast?
pie. Christmas
pie.
pie.
Oh, maybe
Oh,
not.
no, well, that's not a bird and a bird. Actually, it's not a Christmas pie.
Okay.
Although
I,
Christmas-
wrong. I thought it had another particular name. I could be wrong.
In Tudor times, they had Christmas pies, and that was a pigeon placed inside a partridge, inside a chicken, inside a goose, inside a turkey, inside a pastry case, called a coffin, as discussed in the episode we did about mince pies.
What would be like the Russian dollar equivalents that you could? I mean, I quite like the idea of a cheese inside a cheese inside a cheese inside a cheese. So, like, you'd start with a Baby Bell, and that would maybe be inside an Edam.
Well, they're pretty much the same
hold on,
cheese.
sorry, yeah, I've
It's
got a bit
variation
crazy.
in your life.
Okay, so we've got Baby Bell inside a Camembert.
You might want to
named
work
after
on
the
that
guy from-
pronunciation.
named,
That's John.
named after the guy from Sherlock Holmes, and then
Oh, do you not say, come on, Bert? That's what I always say when I think of Camembert.
Oh, it's got me all
No,
Mary
I mean-
Poppins. It's got me all Mary Poppins. That has.
No.
Anyway.
80s and 90s proprietor of the Spa, if you remember.
Bert Brown.
Right. So Yorkshire puddings have split the group.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Should we
Oh, yeah. Oh, do we need to vote on that?
Yeah, well, it's a two-way split.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Now, what we talking about stuffing?
Oh, I'm saying, yeah, get on board.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Harry?
Right.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to think. We used to have an apricot stuffing one end of the bird, and
Oh,
dear.
Mikey's going to be
Oh,
furious.
gosh, what are you doing? Honestly,
And,
you've got cranberries, you've got fruit. It's practically a trifle.
yeah. And then chestnut and bacon the other end. That was my
more like
particular favourite. That
Well, This is the problem. So at Christmas with the old turkey, I get a if we're cooking, I'll get one of them, a turkey. What do they call it? Crown. Turkey crown. So
Yes.
I don't get involved in stuffing turkey in stuffing in the turkey, because I still don't know, and I've had it explained to me a couple of times, which end is the head and which end is not the head.
Okay, which way do the legs point, Phil?
Backwards. No.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter if they're backwards, but the legs point down, right?
Yeah.
Do you have legs on a crown?
No.
Well, I'm glossing over the crown aspect of it, but the legs go downwards. You think about yourself, Phil. Your legs go downwards.
Yeah. So I think so. You have a higher point.
So your legs aren't near your head. But let's put it that way.
What I find the best way to work out what's front and back is bend the knees of the said chicken, and they'll only bend one way.
But right, yeah, but you haven't got bird's legs. I still find it very confusing. So, say you've got a turkey, right? You've got an opening that's higher up than an opening that's lower up.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the higher up is the head end, right?
Depends which way up you've got it.
Yeah.
So you're shoveling stuffing up a turkey's backside.
Yeah, because that's the bigger entrance.
That doesn't sound nice.
So what you got to remember, Phil, is they're not arms and they're not being arrested, so they're not putting their arms up.
Right.
If a turkey's had 4 children, is it still a bigger entrance at the back?
Okay, so what you've got to remember about a turkey is, this is going to blow your mind, it's actually lying on its back.
Huh?
Oh.
I just don't know if you're taking the mickey out of me. No one's answered my question.
Which was?
Which, if I've got a turkey that I bought in a shop, which end is his head been chopped off?
The small end.
Oh my goodness! Is it higher or lower? That's all I need to know. So I was right the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can I ask a question?
But his legs are lower.
Can I ask a question that hopefully will get cut out?
No.
Oh.
Hold on. If the bottom is one end,
yeah.
Is the other end the front bottom, or is it his head? No, her head.
That doesn't need to be cut out, Mike, because that's made you sound like the most stupid person that has ever existed.
Hence my question about if they've had more children.
Yeah, we understood that. Now
we just glossed over that. Yeah.
I know about this because of the partridge business.
Right.
When you gut the partridge,
yes,
you go at the bottom end and you have to make the hole bigger, because you've got to be able to get your finger in there to pull out the insides or the giblets.
Shout out to our vegetarian listeners.
Yeah. So
and what are giblets?
It's inside bits.
Okay.
It's your heart, liver, kidneys.
Oh, is it?
Basically, yeah. And a bit of in the case of a turkey, a bit of a neck.
Right. So what's the other hole then?
This is gross.
Right. Well, the top hole, the hole that top hole I think was in Fiddler on the Roof, but I think.
What's the other hole? Someone's explained to me. I genuinely don't know.
The other hole
is head.
The other hole is its bottom, but it's had to be enlarged to get all its insides out.
Well, if the other hole is the bottom, what is the first hole?
The head.
It's head.
Oh, it is the head. Okay, right. fine.
Oh, so the head's at the bottom now.
If you've got it upside down, yeah.
Lying on its back.
Malcolm.
I tell you what, the parson's nose are its tail feathers.
I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what any of. I
Right, so
genuinely.
what vegetables are we having with our roast dinner? So, anyone got a strong view on Brussels sprouts?
Well, hang on. I want to go back to stuffing. Why
Oh,
would
yeah.
you? Right. Why would you think?
Why would
Oh,
you?
I know. Was because stuffing's nice, right? So why would you feel the need to force it into a turkey's backside or head, whatever it is? We'll never know, right? So why would you think? I know it'll cook
I've
nicer.
explained it 3 times.
No, but why do you think? Oh, this stuffing's going to taste nicer if it's been up his bum?
I guess
Well,
it's cooked with all the meat juices.
Because it's cooked in all the meat juices. His bum isn't there anymore because you've ripped it out.
Oh, I've
And,
never been more tempted to become vegetarian. I'll be honest.
And it's just
This is why
another way.
meat is not essential on a roast, guys.
No.
Don't need meat. You don't need to be dragging your stuffing back out of some bird's backside when you could have had it nice just in a bit of Pyrex.
Yeah,
Gosh.
I would concur. Really,
So are we all
does look
agreed
good
we're
though,
going to
doesn't
be
it?
vegetarian?
When you slice the turkey, it does look good when that. But is that only a crown? Because you can't
Yeah.
slice.
No,
whole.
we say so. Yeah, this is interesting because the crown is without the legs, right? And then
Yes.
you can get a rolled turkey as well, which has got all like the bones taken out, and it's just then rolled up.
Oh yes, please. Yes, please.
And
Yeah,
that's just a lot easier to cook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I like.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
would you in a rolled turkey? Would you then put stuffing in the middle of that and cook it?
Well, because I think
No.
it's rolled up by wherever you bought it from.
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm not one of these people, and you can quote me on this. I'm not a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of meat juices. I don't see the hype.
Well, how are you making your gravy then?
Well, what I'm doing is
If you say
like,
you're going to crack open some Bisto, we were about to fall out.
gosh, I mean, Bisto at Christmas is a treat, but usually, Lidl's own gravy granules. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah,
but-
call us the Bisto brothers. I'm on board with Phil on this. I'm not sieving out meat juices.
Yeah, you can stick your meat juices. I think meat juices is, it's one of these recent things like salt of caramel and the other thing.
Which end do you want to stick your meat juices, Phil?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not interested. If anything, like the juices is another reason to not want to have the meat. I don't want to, if someone cooks me when I'm dead, then they're not going to go, oh, good, let's have his juices. No one's interested in my juices.
No, I don't think anyone's interested in cooking you either.
They will know what end is which though, which would be a good thing.
Well, only if I'm sat doing like the downward dog or whatever it is, like the chickens have to do when they're dead. How come they all end up in that
No,
position?
they're not doing the downward dog because they're on their back. Oh my life.
Are they doing? Are they doing
the
like when we used to play crab football? Are they doing that? Remember at school you used to play crab football at break?
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
more-
the
that's more-
opposite.
No, it's not the
of that.
opposite. But no, they're like that, but their legs are pointing the other way.
This is just ridiculous.
So they're lying on their back with their legs folded.
What?
No, I don't think so. I think their
No,
legs are just
no.
their legs. It's their wings that are folded.
So if they're boy
Right.
turkeys, then they got it all up in the air.
But
What?
that's all cut off, so you'll never know. I don't think. I think
I
Boy
can't wait to have my non-meat roast at Christmas. It's going to be great. And-
Parsnip.
and
Good. Parsnips, right.
this is why
Okay.
only processed meats are nice because you never have to think about it. Get me a turkey twizzler on my Christmas dinner plate. Gosh, how disgusting! Absolutely gross. Parsnips.
Oh yes,
Yes.
please.
honey glazed.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you know what? I will, Harry. Go on.
Oh,
No
Once a year,
way.
once a year, I'll make an exception.
No.
oh.
No,
You've
just
just gone down in all our estimations.
Oh,
just roasted for me.
Just roasted.
okay.
Half an
Oh.
hour. You got your roast potatoes cooking away, and then stick them in raw about half an hour. Bob's your uncle. Don't
You're not
cut 'em
parboiling them.
No. Just in raw.
Okay.
But don't cut the narrow end too thin because they burn.
Yes,
Mike.
very true. Hello.
Just whilst Mike's saying that he'll allow honey on parsnips, something has just popped up, a notification just popped up, a message from Mike's wife.
Oh no.
Why
Oh,
does my
dear.
husband have Branston pickle and pickled onions with his roast?
Oh yeah,
What?
come on.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
Whoa,
kidding
hang
me.
on. We've had ketchup gate. Let's. Oh, come on.
I mean, I just don't
I
understand.
really think you have been particularly nasty on this one.
You mixing up the timings of the day.
This actually was handed down to me from my father. He was a Branston pickle / pickled onion man of a Christmas meal. And
Was he? 'Cause he was also my father, and I don't remember this.
Yeah, no, he did. And so I've adopted the tradition, and actually I quite like it. It works very well, the pickle, if and we'll get to this. And I wouldn't have it in Christmas dinner, but other extended family do. It works very nicely with a cauliflower cheese. Great combo. So yeah, I do like a bit of pickle.
Hang on. What
in it or on the
family?
side?
On the side, they'll
Okay.
cross contaminate, but yeah.
I just need to
I like
verify
a bit
this
of pickle.
story. Sorry, guys. What extended family have you ever seen eat pickle?
Oh no,
Christmas
none. No. So what happens is they have cauliflower cheese, and I like the pickle. When I first met Claire's parents, I went to Sunday lunch and I asked them if they had any pickle. It was a bold move. Look, retrospectively, I was trying to make a good impression, which was proving difficult enough as it was.
Because you shouted about their Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Throwing the cranberry sauce out the window. But have you got any pickle?
Yeah.
Someone mentioned go for a walk. Don't.
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, pickle's good with a roast, lads. Have you never dabbled?
That's
No.
disgusting.
That sounds horrendous.
What about a pickled onion then?
No.
No
That's
need.
Christmas
Oh, I love
buffet. We've had this
That's even
conversation.
worse.
If I've got a forkful of turkey gravy bread sauce and I just have half a pickled onion on that fork, I tell you what, it's a delight.
Oh, what is the point?
Absolute
You
delight.
clown.
Is the point?
Oh,
You got your brother dousing it in vinegar, and now you're using the pickled
yeah,
onions.
Phil. I mean,
Crikey.
Ideally mint sauce, not vinegar.
Not
You
mint
know.
sauce with your Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, we will.
Well, hang on.
Oh, he will.
Why not?
Are you having lamb for your Christmas dinner?
No, I'm
Thank-
having no
thank
meat
you,
because
Lewis.
I find meat disgusting,
Oh.
and I'm going to be a vegetarian again.
I also now find meat disgusting, to be clear.
Thank you.
And I don't know what I wanted to be true in that story of the holes, but actually none of them are particularly pleasant options.
No, I tell you what's nice: cheese. Not on a roast, but just
Goes
eat
lovely
cheese.
with pickle.
Yes.
Cheese belongs with pickle. That's
Yeah.
fine in a sandwich. Although it's quite a lot of sugar in pickle as well. So you've got to be careful, Mike.
Yeah.
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 Hoisted by your own petard, if that's the phrase. Yeah.
So should
Okay.
we return to the controversial Brussels sprouts?
Oh, I
Brussels
love a
sprouts,
Brussels
yeah.
sprout.
Yeah,
Love
I'm
Brussels
all
sprout.
good with that.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. As long as you don't overcook them, absolutely delicious.
We've come to that time of year where people say Brussels sprouts, lovely if you just chop some bacon into them. And just make
Yeah,
them taste
again.
like bacon.
I tell you what you want though, smoked bacon, because that's the
Oh
best
gosh.
bacon.
no.
Smoky bacon.
You know that.
Which is Goldfinger, not quite sure.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Sorry, Shirley.
Is everyone buying Brussels sprouts still on the stem?
My mother-in-law does,
Right.
and
That
keeps them
seems-
outside.
That seems to have become very much a fashionable thing again the last few years.
Yeah.
Oh,
very
I'm
much
I'm
like-
buying mine pre-peeled, ready to go.
Yeah, I agree.
The Brussels sprouts with bacon and indeed chestnuts came
Yes.
along at the same sort of time as salted caramel and
It is.
indeed the other things.
Certainly post 1957.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I don't agree. It's not necessary, and not if it's smoked. You get a nice saltiness off bacon that you don't. Previously
You've already got it in your pigs in blankets.
Yeah, well, not if I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, okay, all right.
So are you having Brussels sprouts at other times, or is it solely Christmas dinner you're having them with?
I had some last week.
Yeah, I like a sprout, me.
See, I'm more of a they're for Christmas dinner only. I don't mind them, but I wouldn't ever. It wouldn't be my first choice vegetable. I like a sugar snap pea.
I mean, without being too route one about it, they do make you very parpy, don't they?
Yeah, well, that's when your cranberry sauce comes in because it counteracts the puppy nature, and it's it's all a lovely blend.
You're having sugar snap peas with your roast, Harry?
No, not well. Ordinarily, but probably not on Christmas Day. But I just like sugar snap peas.
Okay.
Do you,
I prefer them to mange too. I feel like I'm getting more for my money.
Yeah.
What other veg?
I don't know the difference.
Sorry, Lewis.
I was saying, what other veg are people going with on Christmas Day?
I like a pea.
Carrot.
I like a garden pea.
Carrots, I just like them steamed because there's too much other stuff going on otherwise, and you can also honey glaze carrots if you're feeling like it. But I tried
cooking them in orange juice once, and it burnt, and it smelled disgusting. The house smelled for the rest of the day. I'd watched the Jamie Oliver at Christmas thing, and I was cooking for several people. I forget how many, quite a few. And
extended
I got those.
Family.
Yeah, it was extended family, and I got those. I got the carrots with the tops on, and I sort of tried cooking them in I think it was honey and orange juice. Smelled horrible to begin with. It's not even worse when they burnt. Yeah, dreadful.
Was that for Come Dine With Me?
It wasn't for Come Dine With Me. No. We've never discussed that, lads, on this podcast.
No, I know, and it's quite a massive thing, isn't it? Really, that you did that.
I'm basically a TV chef.
Basic is the word. Just basic.
In that I was on Come Dine With Me circa 2014, something like that. Yeah.
Good times.
Robbed.
I probably wouldn't have cauliflower cheese. So my mother-in-law does this sort of thing with red cabbage.
Oh no!
A sort of red cabbage in vinegar type thing.
Vinegar. Welcome.
Yeah.
Pickled onions.
Yeah.
Not similar, really.
Don't really like that either, but I kind of just have to eat it because it's your mother-in-law and you've got to do as you're told. Unlike Mike, who goes to his mother-in-law's for Christmas and demands that they change the whole family history, the whole dynamic. They enjoy opening their presents all at once. No, you've got to draw it out over 4 hours.
Well,
I think in case we have to talk to each other. I mean, it'd be absolutely dreadful, wouldn't it?
I think they've come to recognise that I had it right, and they've come to embrace the new way.
Right. Okay.
Swede. What about Swede, gents?
Not on the Christmas dinner. Not for me.
No, I'm not going Swede on Christmas dinner.
Having just said I wouldn't do anything with my carrot. Sweden carrot mashed up with a bit of butter is very nice indeed.
But you're not feeding an 8-month-old, are you? I mean, why would you? I mean, that sounds like you. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when we had the kids, you'd mash up and puree Swede and sweet potato and whatever the other thing you said was carrots.
Yeah,
put them in like little ice cube things and shove them in the freezer, and then pop a couple out.
Oh yeah,
shove all this horrible mixture into their mouths because of nutrients and all that. It doesn't sound like the sort of thing a grown adult would want on their Christmas dinner.
Yeah, but you're missing a couple of essential facts, which is you don't puree them up and then put them in ice cube trays. You mash them up a bit and then add copious amounts of butter. It's absolutely delicious.
Right. Okay. So is it the vehicle for butter, effectively?
Yeah. Actually, talking of childcare, I was thinking about this actually today. And when my daughter Matilda was born, we were very sugar-free, and she didn't have any sugar until she was 5, and she did all this, and we did all that. And I remember my son's sort of second Christmas, when it was about 6:30 in the morning, and he was swinging a tube of fruit pastilles around his head. And I just thought, this has not gone the same way, is it?
Yeah. To be fair, I think I remember making the old Swede and carrot mash first time round.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
not the
that happened
second.
time
No,
round.
no, they went straight on to smoky bacon. It was, the second child always misses a few steps, I find.
Yeah.
But,
Is that core components done, Phil? Would you say? And anything we've missed?
I feel some people might have chestnuts chucked in, wouldn't they?
all in your stuffing.
Maybe. Yeah.
I think that. I think.
What about leek? Nice chopped leek.
It doesn't feel very Christmassy.
Yeah.
Mrs. B does a very nice leek and cheese sauce. It's absolutely delicious, but I wouldn't necessarily have it for Christmas dinner. It's very rich, all these things, and especially with the cranberry. I mean, it's all very rich, and so you got to get the old yin and yang. You've got to have some things that are quite sort of sensible, and other things that are very rich. And I think cauliflower cheese and cheesy leeks, as we refer to them in our house, are too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
Harry,
Okay,
what other vegetables? What other vegetables
Oh.
have we missed? As someone who deals
yes, of
with
course.
vegetables,
Deals
on
with
a regular
vegetables.
basis.
Look, I mean, I think you're into sort of having your personal preferences, really. I mean, you've got your carrots are a key constituent, parsnips, potatoes. That's it. Some sort of greens, whether that be cabbage, broccoli. I wouldn't necessarily have broccoli on Christmas dinner. Broccoli seems a sort of run of the mill everyday item, and you probably want something slightly different. But no, I think we've covered all the bases, really, haven't we?
What's the thing I confused with parsnips? Turnips.
Yeah,
turnips. Always get them confused.
Yeah, very different shape, but I can see
Yeah,
where you might get confused there.
The problem is the nips. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what?
Good.
Sorry.
Turnip, parsnips. The
No,
nips.
Mike, just ignore that. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I suddenly woke up again. Sorry. As you were.
What are people's feelings on our bread sauce?
I
Oh,
bloody.
yes.
I've used a grade B curse word there, but I bloody love bread sauce.
Yes. You have to
I
have
I
bread
really do.
sauce.
See, we never really had bread sauce, so I haven't actually got an opinion about it. So I'm not going to say, oh no, you can't do that. But I mean, I have absolutely nothing to say on bread sauce. So you knock
Have you
yourself out.
tried
lad.
bread sauce, Harry?
Well, I presume I must have done. Is there cloves involved?
Well, it just
Yeah,
comes out of a
there can
packet, to
be
be
if-
honest.
Yeah, if you make it from fresh, there can be. But I've never managed to better the stuff that comes out of a packet.
All right, fair enough. Yeah. Well, maybe this year's the year for me to try it.
Oh,
Harry,
I love
would
it.
you mind if you don't do it this year? Would you mind? I think we're going to get together, hopefully between Christmas and New Year. Would you mind letting me know, and I'll bring some, or we'll make some up as part of the evening, and you can try some.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. Very good.
I'm quite evangelistic about bread sauce.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
quite keen to get out there and convert.
Doesn't sound like a part of the evening thing. It sounds like the main event.
Well, I don't know if we can build a whole evening around Harry having a spoonful of bread sauce, but
Of course we can.
I feel like on its own, without anything else, could be probably not the best way to experience it for the first time.
I mean, we've sort of built several podcast episodes on little more than that, so I'm sure we can have an evening out.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like you to try some for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
That concludes part 1 of our Christmas dinner special. Come back tomorrow for part 2, where we talk desserts. We have a quiz which involves the most ridiculous quiz answer from Mike that we have ever had on the podcast so far, and that's saying something. So come back for that, and we answer your questions. Take care and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.